Hello, and welcome to America's Boating Club of the San Juan Islands. We were formerly known as the Friday Harbor Power Squadron, and we are a unit of the United States Power Squadrons, part of District 16. A few years ago, the national organization decided to rebrand from Power Squadron to America's Boating Club because it better explains what we do. Our mission is primarily to offer education to boaters because we find that saving lives on the water by providing boater education is the best thing that we can possibly do. And particularly because many people move to our area and they are a little bit familiar with boating or have always wanted to get into boating, but boating in our area is very different from boating in mo most other areas. So we feel like we have the opportunity to provide you with the education that you can boat safely, and then we can all be happier, of course, because a happy boater is a safe boater, and a safe boater is an educated boater. We'd like to know, well, like you to know a little bit about us, the benefits that we offer to you, some of the fun activities and things that we do, what kind of classes and seminars and training we offer, and what opportunities there might be for you to get involved yourself with some of our organization. So who we are, basically nationwide. Well, it's more than nationwide because there's squadrons in Japan also and in Canada, but it's over 35,000 members in our nation who belong to America's Boating Club. And they both take classes, and then after taking classes, they turn around and help others learn the same boating skills. It allows us to engage with our boating friends and do things together and learn from each other constantly. So it gives you a connection to the boating community, which is really invaluable. From my personal experience, this has been just really, really fun. But give you a little bit of background into the United States Power Squad in the early history. It used to be the only boating club was the Boston Yacht Club, and Boston Yacht Club back in 1912 started a power boat division. Because back in those days, they were starting to have power boats instead of sailboats. And so a good size contingent of the Boston Yacht Club had become power boaters, and they formed their own division. Now, the Charles Chapman he was part of that organization, and he and nine other men were the co-founders of what became the Power Squadron in 1914. Chapman is, of course, the one who has designed and he designed the ensign. He served in several leadership positions, including the chief commander. And you probably have an edition or have seen an edition of Chapman's Piloting and Seamanship. It's now in its 69th edition, and it's kind of known as the Bible of the boating world because it covers everything that you're going to need to know in order to boat intelligently and safely. So it makes a wonderful addition to your library and very, very fascinating reading. And then in World Wars One and Two, FDR as Assistant Secretary and then again as President volunteered the entire United States Power Squadron instructional program for training the men of the Naval Coastal Defense. So by that time, there were 477 members and about 20 squadrons, most all on the East Coast. But the schools became organized then into local squadrons in New York and Boston, Detroit, Newburgh, New Haven, Washington, D.C. And during the wartime, over 8,000 men attended these classes and entered the armed services. And based in significant part on the quality of their Power Squadron training, many of them were appointed officers. And this is, this organization is paralleled with the Canadian Power and Sales Squadron. We maintain close cooperation, and it certainly flourishes in Canada also. And then back in 1989, President George Bush signed a proclamation honoring the Power Squadron for its contribution to boating education. And today we serve as a rebranding as America's Boating Club, but what started as kind of a club within a club in the early 1900s. Today it's a private, self-supporting, nonprofit boating organization with a tremendous record of achievement. No other enterprise can boast of more dedicated, more productive members who give generously of their time to teach safe boating. The roster of the 7 squadrons in 1914 has now grown to well over 450 units, and we have squadrons in the coastal United States, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and Japan, and then, of course, as well as Canada. Well, our personal squadron here in Friday Harbor began on Orcas Island as the Pole Pass Squadron back in 1974. And at that time, 6 of the 29 charter members lived on San Juan Island and traveled over to Orcas for meetings and classes. But with steady growth by the end of 1974, 40% lived on San Juan Island. And then in 1978, decided to form their own San Juan Island squadron. So with the Friday Harbor Power Squadron was chartered with 50 members on November 24th in 1978. And then gradually the Pole Pass Squadron unfortunately dissolved. So back in 2000, they are no longer in existence, but we have several members who are on Orcas Island as well as Lopez Island. And in fact, all over the country, people have joined our squadron because they keep boats in this area and come in the summer to boat, and they want to know about our area. So generally, the whole overall organization, there are the local squadrons, and then these are the public-facing educational squadrons. We personally have about 140 members right now. And then there is a district organization that provides support to the squadrons. We're one of 15 squadrons in District 16, which covers the whole Pacific Northwest. And then there's the National Squadron, which pulls together and provides a central focus for acquiring all of the member benefits, and they provide all the basis for the classes that we teach, the materials, and the books and the PowerPoint presentations and so forth. And then we take what they give us and we localize it, we personalize it to what is needed in our area. We also offer a lot of fun activities. There's not only the boating courses and the seminars. The boating courses are multi-week classes that cover a subject in depth, and the seminars are given once a month on the third Monday of each month during the off season from boating. And we present in those seminars. We'll be presenting one topic in depth. Not just 2 hours of, say, just anchoring or just rules of the road or something like that. Whereas the courses cover all of marine navigation, for example. We also have on the water training events, which follow our boat handling class, where we rent boats at Roach Harbor. And you see a picture of the boat here that we use down in the lower line here. And it's a great opportunity to actually get behind the wheel and actually practice those skills that are learned in the classroom. We also have social gatherings once a month. We get together and have either a potluck or a catered dinner and have a marine related speaker. There are vessel safety checks offered to you free. Our vessel examiners will come to your boat and go through it and make sure that you have all the necessary safety equipment that the Coast Guard requires. We also have some safety training and cooperative charting where we go out and find if a buoy has been moved or is off station or something like that, we can let the Coast Guard know. And then, probably the biggest advantage is the interaction we have with the boating community. We have interactions with other boating organizations around here and locally in the District 16 area. And that makes for just a really rich and varied educational background. So we have the online courses also. All of our classes are offered as both in person and online. And that allows you, because it's a hybrid class on Zoom, it allows you, if you have to be called away for business or something during a class, that you can Zoom in or alternatively, each class is recorded and you can access it and download it to your computer the next day. So this gives you an excellent way to be able to um, do things and learn at your own pace and in a convenient manner. Our classroom instructors are certified and they will be happy to go in depth to answers to any questions that you have. Gives you an opportunity to interact with other students in the class. And that can be done even though you're not physically in the class. If you are on Zoom, you can certainly join the conversation and discussion as well as anybody who is there in person. We try to give quite realistic presentations of things that are local in our area. And then, of course, we do have that on the water skills training that is offered after the boat handling class. Some of the courses that we have, boat handling comes right after our basic boating class. And in that one, we're teaching the skills of anchoring and rules of the road, knots and lines, and things like that that are essential to your navigating safely. Then the next advanced grade course would be navigation, marine navigation, and advanced marine navigation. The first one is the inland and coastal, and that one we have just finished a class in that, and all of the students were quite successful. But you learn electronic navigation and paper navigation. So paper charts are not so common anymore, but you are required on your boat to have two sources of navigation information to use. And so knowing how to use paper chart navigation allows you to be able to continue if, for example, something happened to your electronics and they went down for some reason, you would be able to continue on with paper navigation. We also have classes in marine equipment, batteries, engine maintenance, marine electrical systems, marine communication, and all of that is extremely valuable. The weather class is a very intensive class, giving you a broad understanding of cloud formations and how to predict the weather on your own, as well as where to go for all of the best sources of weather information, which is something that as boaters we are always very aware of. There is a sail class that offers you instruction on how to learn all of the maneuvering positions of a sailboat and how to operate a sailboat safely. Cruise planning is one of my favorite subjects in that it allows you to, whether you're going for a weekend or for a month, how to prepare your boat, how to prepare provisioning, how to be ready, and how to contact the marinas and areas and know the anchoring spots and so forth. So that's a very popular class. All of these are our 2-hour seminars, and I won't try to go through all of these right now, but you can see the recording of this later. And these are just one-off subjects that we go into and give you in 2 hours a pretty good handle on how to be knowledgeable in this area. What we've done recently is we've come up with the Salish Sea series and trying to very much localize our teaching here. And so we have a whole series of seminars that are recorded for your enjoyment and education. The Cruising the San Juan Islands, there are 3 seminars there. One that is focuses on how to avoid the reefs and rocks and boat safely in our area. The second one is kind of an itinerary, where to go to find the most enjoyable things in, say, if you're really interested in wildlife or if you're really interested in going to resorts or whatever. It gives you an idea of what to do in that area. And then the third one in that series goes into areas that are east of Rosario Strait, which haven't been covered in the first 2 seminars. Weather in the Salish Sea covers the specifics of our weather in this area, which is quite different from other areas. Tides and currents is extremely important. You're more interested a lot of times in the current and the tide situation than you are whether the sun is shining. So because it really impacts how you boat in this area. We go into how to navigate electronically in the San Juan Islands specifically, and then crossing borders, how to understand the border crossing, which becomes because we are so close to the border, all of us want to know what's the latest information on that regard. There is also a whole series of boat credentials that can be obtained of the inland, coastal, and advanced coastal offshore that require each of them requiring a certain number of seminars in order to become licensed as, say, an inland navigator or coastal navigator. Inland would be just, in our area, coastal goes offshore, advanced coastal and offshore require that you know celestial navigation and how to operate your boat in, say, blue water sailing. And there are a number of seminars that you need give credit toward the certification. Um, Yearly, our typical educational activities start with America's Boating Course, which is where you get your boater education card. And that's followed by excuse me here, that's followed by the boat handling class, where you have the specific topics of anchoring and boat handling and knots and lines and rules of the road. Then there are 2 piloting classes, the marine navigation classes that I talked about. We often offer the partner in command seminar for what can be done, how you can handle yourself if the captain or the skipper is disabled or just chooses not to handle the boat for some reason. And then lots of seminars on the local topics. There's a Cruising North seminar and other advanced courses and seminars as requested. Because we're, a small group here on the island, we kind of just go what you want. And if you want a particular class, we'll organize it for you. Some of the elective classes, cruise planning, sail, engine maintenance, marine electronics, all of these classes through Weather are offered occasionally when enough people are interested in taking them. And these are a list of all of the seminars that we've given, and that this doesn't include all of them because in addition to all of these are the local ones that we give. Typically, America's Boating Course is offered in kind of a weekend edition where we do the whole course on Saturday. And then we'll do a review and the exam on Sunday. So we're calling it weekend edition. Excuse me. then the boat handling, and then advanced boat handling. Marine navigation is often in October and November, and on the water training in May. And then all of the seminars. You can also save on boating products because the America's Boating Club gets considerable discounts on a number of boating related things. West Marine should be added to this list also. But you can get, discounts on safety equipment there. You get discounts through McGraw-Hill on all of the charts and marine books. There's some good discounts on other products, and all of that is on the national website. And those national benefits also include they do online seminars that are nationally oriented, and they can all be found on the americasboatingclub.org website. And they can be taken at any time. Just order it up, and you can take it at any time you wish. This is our Burgee, of which we are quite proud. We called him Captain Ed for Captain Education, a little seafaring man that was designed years ago by one of our members, whose name just happened to be Ed. Opening Day Parade in Friday Harbor. Here we are getting an award, I think, on this one. We're on Key Lime Pie, Teddy and Michelle Gasinski's boat. During the opening day parade in Friday Harbor, in which boats decorate up and parade in front of a judging field on the breakwater for Friday Harbor. It's a great. It's usually the first Sunday in May, and it kind of opens up the boating season, and everybody looks forward to it. Other cruises and activities that we have, we do rendezvous with other clubs, other boating clubs in the area, the opening day parade, and then the Pig War rendezvous. We have with the Brentwood Bay Sail and Power Squadron of Canada, and that is usually in late May or early July. Cruises with other clubs, one-day cruises locally. We do the often parade in the Friday Harbor 4th of July parade. On the water training, the annual holiday party and fundraiser is in December. And then we have the monthly dinner meetings on the first Thursday of the month with speakers on marine-related topics. This is one of our Pig War rendezvous with Brentwood Bay in 1987. Golly, so long ago. But we all get together and have a wonderful time, play, bocce ball and ring toss and ladder golf and silly games like that. And then whoever gets the most points gets the trophy. And here I am with the Pig War trophy that year that we won, giving it a little kiss. And you see the plaques on the side commemorate each one that we have done. We are now in year 36 of having this rendezvous with them, and goes back and forth between various locations in Canada and the United States each year. It's great fun, and we all look forward to it. We've often had a rendezvous with the Bellingham Power Squadron over in Cap Sante, where we get together and share good food and good music and lots of laughs. Here's an example of our on the water training with a student learning how to back down through a range. This is the boat that we rent from Island Boat Rentals in Roach Harbor, and it serves our purposes very well and gives you the experience and confidence in learning how to handle a boat, docking and undocking and running a range and going at different speeds. We also sponsored the Sea Scouts, and that's been a very enjoyable cooperation for us. Here we are at the 4th of July parade. And here are our current 26, 27 squadron officers and committees. Our commander is currently Chris Reed, and you see several of the other people who are on the bridge and helping out with leading committees and doing things and having a good time. We have a monthly meeting, executive committee meeting about a week before the monthly general meeting, and make sure that we have everything organized for that meeting. But these people do a tremendous a lot, give a lot, and get a lot of enjoyment through their work with the club, and they can all use some help. So if you're interested in any one of those areas, let them know, and maybe they can give you a small job to help out with. Each new member is assigned a membership number, which you receive from the national organization. Make sure that you record that number and save it. It's on your membership certificate, and you'll need it to enroll in courses. Also, you're given a PIN number to identify you, and you need that PIN number to access member websites, whether it's ours or the national website. So save that number too. This is an example of our front page of our website, and it has just a wealth of information for you on it. It's very well maintained by our administrative officer, Lee Krikova, and we certainly encourage you to click on all of the things here. You'll find that on that top line under resources, there are a number of short videos that tell you a little bit about what we have done, or teach you a little bit about an area. There's some excellent ones on how to do single-handed mooring, and how to enter the various harbors of the San Juans. There's also a lot of other information there, but you can find there on the homepage, you find the upcoming events and who to contact, and what we're going to be doing. So we welcome you to America's Boating Club of the San Juan Islands, and encourage you to contact us at any time with any questions that you might have. So thank you for your attention, and have a good day.